Okay, you've definitely felt this before. You see a musician on stage, totally lost in what they're doing, and there's just something about them. But is that just a story we tell ourselves, or is there a real, deep-down biological reason that a person with a guitar suddenly seems so much more attractive? Well, in this explainer, we're going to unpack the actual science behind the seductive power of music. I mean, it sounds like a crazy question when you say it out loud, right? Can a bunch of vibrations in the air literally change how you see someone's appeal? The answer is, fascinatingly, yes. And to get how that works, we first have to look at a really modern and, honestly, kind of weird phenomenon. And that brings us to the very strange world of so-called digital drugs. Now, I know it sounds like something straight out of science fiction, but it's a real term people use for a specific kind of sound illusion. And it gives us our very first clue about just how powerful sound can be when it comes to our brains. So they're called binaural beats. Here's the deal. You put on headphones and you hear two slightly different tones. Let's say 440 hertz in your right ear and 400 in your left. Your brain kind of gets confused by the difference, so it invents a third phantom beat, which is the difference between them. In our example, 40 hertz. The whole claim is that these beats can basically hijack your brainwaves to change your mood or your focus, which is why they got that wild nickname. But, and this is a big but, the actual science is, well, it's all over the place. Some studies say, hey, this might boost your memory. Others find they do absolutely nothing or even make you perform worse. So you've got this puzzle, right? If a simple sound illusion can have any kind of effect on us, even an unreliable one, what kind of powerful psychological wiring is it tapping into? And could a more complex sound, like music, plug into that wiring way more effectively? To figure that out, we have to step away from the digital drugs and into the world of classic psychology. The answer is hiding in this really interesting glitch in how our brain works, and it's called the arousal misattribution effect. And that's really the key question here, isn't it? How can a purely physical feeling, like your heart pounding after a run, suddenly morph into an emotional feeling, like attraction? Well, it turns out our brains are not always the best accountants when it comes to keeping track of where our feelings come from. And a classic study from 1975 showed this perfectly. Okay, so picture this. Researchers got a group of men to do some really strenuous exercise to get their heart rates up. Then, while they were recovering, they showed them an erotic film. Now, here's where the magic happened. It was in that moment when the guys felt like they were back to normal, but their bodies were actually still buzzing with leftover arousal from the workout. In that specific state, they rated the film as way more